Welcome gamers, Hazardor here, and I've just had my first 5 to 6 hours playing Fallout 4, and I'm so impressed with this game, man. Now this is my first impressions video, so I'll tell you what I liked and I didn't really like about the game. I really did love a lot about this game. I made a top 5 reasons to be excited for Fallout 4 video the other day, and I'll link that in the description. Everything I was really excited about really excited me in the full game. Everything from the character dialogues, the weapon customization, settlement building, everything I anticipated impressed me. I did not expect to be this impressed considering the amount of hype and expectations Fallout 4 had. I think one of the things that has stood out to me so far is the perks and leveling up system, because that is so detailed. When you get a skill point, you have to actually really consider what you want to spend it on, because you can build a character around a certain trait, for example strength, and it really will change your gameplay style on this one. Trust me, if you build a character around a certain attribute, your gameplay will be different from if you built a character that was really well balanced or really concentrated on another attribute. So that really does bring a different aspect in the gameplay, which is what you want for a game, isn't it? Another thing Bethesda has done so well is making it feel like a post-apocalyptic world. The setting in Boston, the sort of dark colours we see, the lack of animals and just life in general, the houses being all smashed down, mutants and strange creatures crawling about, it really does feel like the world has been nuked. And I think Fallout 4 needed to get this spot on to really achieve what they set out to achieve, and they have really banged this one on the head. They have set the tone perfectly. It feels like a post-apocalyptic world, and it really does feel like a real-life action movie or just something that could possibly happen in the future. There are a few little things that I like about this game. For example, the heads-up display is really clean, the combat's very good, the gun gameplay, as I mentioned before, the dialogue options very detailed, you can change the story dramatically and the fate of a lot of characters in these dialogue options, and the trading is very detailed as well. There are people you can meet across the world who you can trade different items with, items that you would probably not find in the wild, or it would take you a lot of time to find them at least. So trading with these people encourages you to engage in people in the world and not just go out and find the world. Speak to some people, see what their backstories are and get some insight onto the story. The world itself, as I mentioned before, is incredible, but it is very detailed as well. There were quite a lot of complaints about the map being quite small, but it is really jam-packed. There are buildings everywhere, there are caves, trees. There's never a moment where I was just walking across a massive wasteland like thinking to myself, when am I going to reach the next checkpoint? There was always something that caught my attention, either a lighthouse, a building, or a satellite dish or anything. My attention was always drawn to something, and that is really important in an open world game. I think you do not want the people playing the game to think, oh, what's going to happen next? When's the next action going to appear? Because that leads to boring gameplay. In case you've not noticed, I'm really happy about this game and think it's one of the best games I've played so far this year, but there were a few negatives. Even though it's a small thing, I think the facial animations are quite bad. The characters' mouths just move by themselves. They do not follow the audio that they're actually saying. As you'll see in a few of these clips, it does not actually look like they're saying those words. These sort of things really would have put the cherry on top and would have probably pushed the game from, I don't know, a 9.5 to a 10, because when you see little details in games, you rate the game higher, because you can see the developers have put loads and loads of effort into every aspect of the game and don't want you to be disappointed. I'm playing on Xbox One and the frame rate drops quite a little bit. I'm not sure how that's like on PlayStation 4 or PC, but that's a criticism as well. The frame rate seems to fluctuate quite a lot. And another thing I noticed, maybe it's just the quests at the start, but it seems a lot of people just want you to kill raiders, and that's quite boring to me. I've went to quite a few people who are willing to trade items with me, and all they've said is go and kill these raiders, go to this base camp, these raiders have stole something, these raiders keep annoying me, kill them for me, and it just gets boring after a while. I want a bit of variety, so let's hope the quests do vary a little bit in the future. But yeah, this game's been so impressive for me so far. It's only got a few negatives, and these don't impact the game hardly at all. But anyway guys, thank you for watching, like, comment and subscribe for more.